Welcome back. And this weekend we are trying Google CTF and we are going to do beginners quest because we don't know. We are not that good to actually do the competitive challenges. So we were at the third level and I think I have figured it out. I don't know. Let's see. So I first of all could not really understand the problem statement and the problem, and I was not sure where this console log is coming. But now after seeing this console log, I can say that now I know what the problem is, right? So the problem is not like this picture does not depict the problem correctly. So the problem is as follows: you have to implement a car function, right? And it takes a scan array, and this scan array is kind of like this. So this thing is correct. So, and one thing to note is that index 8 is always at the center of your car. That is one thing to note. And now the distances that you get here are actually your distances from the next car in your row. So let's say if array of 8 is 5, that means your car is 5 units away from this, right? So this is what I figured using this, because if you go straight, then these numbers are decreasing by 1. So this is what I figured, and even these would. So each number in the scan array would decrease, go to 0, and then kind of get a new larger value for the next car that is coming towards it, right? So this is kind of the question. So like for a of 10 this would be, I don't think a of 10 would be this, and I think a of 10 would be captured by this car. I'm not sure, but I think this would be captured. Now, so that's the basic problem. So each of them would decrease, and let's say if you passed this car that was like at your level, let's say 0. I don't know why this says 17 here. Okay, so 17 is for this one, these three lanes, I guess, and 3 is for this one, and 3.25 is for this. But yeah, that's the case, I think. So if it's less than like 3.25 or 3, then it just crashes, right? So that is one thing. So I think the dimensions of the car are 3, 3, I something like that. I don't know, maybe wrong, 1.5 maybe. Yeah, so how will it be? I'm not sure about this. How is it crashing at 3.25? But let's. So one decrease would be 2.25, and 2.25 would come inside the car or something like that, right? So that is the thing. So now, what I wanted to say was, yeah, this would, if we did not crash, then if we look at some data, so you can see 5.25 is decreasing to 4.25, and 5 is decreasing to 4, 19 is going to 18, and if I check like this thing, so I think yeah, it's basically understood. So it will go up till 0 or something, and then it will go. Will it go negative? I don't know about that. But it will again become a positive number for the next car, right? So yeah. So you can think of these position, the car position as like a line, and all of the distances are from this line. All, and I had mistaken it for this distance, like how much distance it is from this, or like here or here. So these are like, there's a line and these distances are given from the car, right? And not from the back side but from the start of this car. So that's for the question. So I think the algorithm is pretty straightforward. I think I'm not sure. So what I will do is basically traverse the array and find out the maximum value. Like that is the one thing that I have to do. I don't know what just happened. Okay, it kind of doesn't go again. Now it is going. What the fuck is this? So let so we can't use int in JavaScript. So let an array is our array equals send scan array, right? Because a is just easy to write, and now now we can't even press tab. Now if a of I is greater than maxi, then or maxi is equals to a of I and position is equals to I. Right. Now that we have gotten that, let's create maxi and maxi variable, and we can initialize it to 0, and let position equals to I. Since we just want the maximum at every point, yeah, that would take care of it. Yeah, so position would be I, and now we just have to check if position is less than 9, is greater than 6, right? Then we just return 0 because we want to stay at this location. Else, if position is greater than 9, then we return 1. Else, we return negative. So this is my basic function, and we don't even need else here. Right. So basically it states that if it's in the region of this 7, 8 and 9, then oh, then we can basically check that we can just go straight, else we can go to the left. Let's check this. Okay, unexpected token, where is it? Okay. Now what? Let's just return negative 1 and let's return 0. First of all, we just have to reverse up till 17. Position equals 0. We don't have I here. Car would crash. Fuck. Now what do I do? let's see at what instances our car crashing. Okay, so we don't have a console log statement. I can write A twice, but I cannot write. I can write console log twice, but I can't write scan array. So let's take a look. So in this case, it should move towards right hand side, which it is doing. But I think okay. Let's console log our prediction also. So I think I need to move this, or I can just paste another one here. Or I could have just stored it in an answer variable. But never mind, we are not here for good programming practices. We just want the answers. Okay, just filters, enable. Yeah. So it is wrongly predicting 0. The okay. So the largest among these is 9. So it should predict 1, I guess. Position is less than 10. Oh, wait. Okay, that's fucked up. Hmm. Shit. So it's like when we are moving towards the right hand side, our 7, 8, and 9 values are not consistent. So it's kind of like this shit right here, this line. So what we can do is we can return the same what we returned previously for the next 3 iterations, kind of like that. Right? But how will I keep a count of that for the next 3 iterations? I'm gonna do that. That's pretty fucked up. Okay. Because in 3 steps it would actually come in the next lane, right? It will take 3 steps, and after one step, it's gonna fuck up. I can include a greater than or equal to, but that would show an error for the first case. It would work for this case, moving to the right, but moving to the left would be fucked up for us. So you can see, you can try. So now when it will move to the left, it would crash. See? So when it tried moving left, it stopped because now this lane had a greater number. So it stopped moving and started going straight. Yeah, so for that, what I can do is I can see if that number is 7 or 8, right? If the greatest number is 7 or 8 and not 9. Yeah, I can look at that. So what I can say is, for the case of left, uh, if cos is less than 10 and cos is greater than 6, and if cos, sorry, if a of 9 is not equals to a of 7, then we should keep moving to the left, right? Because we were moving left. So just with -1, and I think that should work. We are moving left and we should keep moving left. Woohoo! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Oh, what the fuck? Why does it say that? Car would crash. But why does it say that car would crash? How would the car crash? Car is not crashing, bro. Just give me the key, give me the key, give me the key. What the fuck? 4,386 messages. Thank you. That took a lot of time. But it's always worth it when it takes a long time. It's more worth it. Like it feels much better when you finally figure out. So let's go, let's go, let's go. I love it. Okay. We're closing in on the motorcycle.
You're closing in on the motorcycle, but before you have time to act, the person turns down to a small path, which is impossible to follow by car. You'll never see them again. But wait, they've dropped something. A small bag. You look inside of it and you see what looks to be like an ancient amulet. You return to Agent X and she tells you that the amulet can be a lead, and that you should return to the base to begin some research.
What does that mean? Okay, 3 and 5 attempt. Should we go for 4 or 5? Let's try 4 then. Welcome back, Agent. I don't think I'll do it today. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.